Okay, so now this should be live. We should be starting up very, very soon here. If that's the case, hope you guys can hear me and see me. Oh boy, he sounds like a chipmunk. Okay, we are starting soon. Oh my God, his sound does not sound that good from Blab. It sounds like a chipmunk. He sounds like a chipmunk. Okay, here we go. Coming into the room. Okay, coming into the room. Almost there. Okay. Okay, so we are here, you guys. I'm closing down Blab. Okay, so now. Okay, you guys should be able to see me. I know I might look crazy and not working properly, but I'm going to share my screen, and that should, in fact, work. So Robert and everyone else who is viewing and watching, thank you. You guys rock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this around and start sharing my screen. You can comment. You can kind of let me know what's going on from your point of view. And I know it's kind of not looking that great at the moment, but you know, refresh and come back in, and it should be live. In fact, let me just go very quickly to Twitter and have, let's say, okay, here. Can you post this again and tell people to refresh? This is fun. We're just kind of doing some crazy experimenting. Okay, so, okay, I see people coming in. You guys are coming in. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Okay, share my desktop, and then of course start sharing screen. Okay, we got the matrix effect going on, and talk to Robert here, and now you guys should see my screen. Now let me actually do something here. Now that I have this pulled up, let me do something different here. Let me have this full scope. Here we go. Start sharing screen. So now you should see my screen. Is that right? Do you guys see that? Let me know if in fact you do see my screen, and if you can still hear, you know, copacetic, everything is rocking out. Let me just make sure, new window, that you are seeing everything the right way here. So let me close this down. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Cool. So you should see everything okay. All right. So this is what full scope looks like, everyone. This is kind of the back end, and this is exactly what it should look like for you as well. Awesome. So, and I see that you guys are saying you can see me okay, great. So let me just quickly go through and tell you what you should be seeing here, okay? So the very first thing is you get this chart, this graph, and the graph essentially is going to be an overview that shows you viewers, engagement ranking, average time viewed, average viewing time, comments, and hearts, all right? And you can go through each of these and see what each one is showing you. Now, what does this do? This gives you this overview of how exactly the data is being pulled in. So let's say you want to know what your most engaged broadcasts are. Well, you can go through and see that, well, this one did very well. You know, this one did had a lot of engagement. Second one, you know, third one, fourth one, and then you kind of go down from there. And this one I did today, and this one also I did today. So you can see that this one was for my car. This one was when I was moving around, and I was at Amazing HQ because I've been here working on a new YouTube course, right? So that kind of just shows some of that information. You can also look at the, average viewing time. And this is one of my favorite, you know, full scope aspects, excuse me, because you can kind of look at everything on an overview. So I can see here that some of these things, sometimes my live viewers average viewing time and my replay average viewing time are the same. That means the retention is the same. Now, sometimes it's pretty low, and sometimes the replay is higher. Now, in that scenario, that's a very common scenario, that you're going to have less people staying on an average on your live broadcast compared to replay. And do you know why? And I've talked about this before. And I can also bring some of you guys into the Google Hangout room if you guys want to come in here and you can chat with me in the Google Hangout. But the reason is that, you know, when you're looking at this, if people's internet, if they're not working appropriately or yours goes out, you know, yeah, for the live stream, you have people coming in and out, in and out. But for the replay, with Periscope, you can't rewind. So you have more people that are staying longer and staying to the end, right? So you can see the retention is oftentimes twice as long. Also, it depends on if they watch more than once. So with the live, you know, you can only watch it once because you're either there or you're not. With a replay, you can come twice, 3 times, and that data will show. All right, now this is where we start to show you your most engaged viewers, okay? And we have a scoring system by ribbons, like first place, second place, third place. Now, this data, we're still tweaking this because, you know, it's still being kind of, we're still tweaking it and trying to get it perfect. But the idea is that we have top viewers by hearts, top viewers by comments, and we also have, let me just get in here, we have top frequent viewers as well, okay? Now, this is all kind of on the overview element of it. Now, you can also send out direct tweets to these people too from this page. But more importantly, you can go into casts and see the data that you saw sort of from the graph now in a list form. And you can sort by date. So let's say I wanted to see what I did in the last, you know, let's say month to date, right? Or yeah, month to date. So till the 19th, sort by. Let's say I want to sort by replay watched. Let's load that. Now it's going to show me which events were watched the most on the replay. All right. Now we can also go in and say what was the highest level of engagement over all these particular scopes, right? So here you can see these here. This is where we have it lists them out by what reaching. Now, if you go in and clear all that, and if I go into clear and go into load, it's going to give me my overall. See, I went from a date to date, so it didn't give me my overall, but now I just did all of my broadcasts, and it tells me my most engaged broadcast from the time that I sign up with Fullscope.tv. Okay. Now that's one level that you can do. You can also see the total duration, the average time of live and replay. You can also see who's live watched, who's watching the replay, and the web viewers. But more importantly, you can also go into each of these and see on a per broadcast basis what's going on here. Now we're adding actually some new things to this already, but just as an FYI, this is kind of what you can do as of now. First off, you can download this video. So just be aware that you'll be able to download the video, and you can see here it's saving it down to my desktop. So it's you save the replay of your live stream. We are going to be rolling in some additional things into that. But you can then also, on a broadcast basis, look at your viewers and connect with them. So let's say I want to know overall engagement, and I want to go from descending. So this will tell me my most engaged people, the comments, the hearts, when they joined, when they left, also the percentage of time watched, and what watch mode and their engagement score. Okay, let me quickly see if there are any comments. So I think you guys are still with me so far. Yeah, let me know if you're still with me. Say, yep, I'm still with you. Just want to make sure. Also, let me see if I can see me on here. I just want to make sure that I'm still streaming in. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So I'm going to pause that. Pause that. Okay. Oh, and by the way, FYI, if you see something pop in over here to the side, I just cloned this webinar from a different webinar that already had pre-existing buy now buttons and things like that. So don't even worry about what you're seeing over there if you start to see stuff over there. Okay, cool. So let's continue on, and and look at what you can maybe do as an engagement option here. So first off, I can go in and tweet these folks directly. I could say, hey Heather, thank you so much for your questions, or hey, thank you so much for your heart. So for instance, if I go to comments, and it will show me the people that commented the most, I can say, hey Heather, thank you so much for your comment, right? And it automatically applies, thanks for sending hearts and comments on my broadcast. So I can tweet that, but I can also change that around if I wanted to. The other thing is that you can, this is what I learned from Robert Stern. I think this is what you said, Robert, that you can put a D in front of someone's name, a space, and it will send a direct message. Thanks for commenting on my scope. And let's see who this is. Kathy. Okay, Kathy. Okay. Tweet. And this is the call to action aspect of it, obviously, right? I mean, you can get the data information that will help you, but it's all about like, what can you do with the data? So technically, if I see all the people that percentage watched, I feel like this is an important one, because we can see the percentage watched of all the viewers live, okay? And we can go from, right now I'm in descending to ascending to descending. So it's showing me the people who watched the most, right? You can see here 91%, 89%, 90%. But let me go and do this from descending to ascending. 0. These are all the people that came to the live but left a lot earlier. What if you went out, and this is what I was saying earlier, you can send out tweets to these people saying, hey, guess what, you missed, it looks like you missed quite a bit of the show or the broadcast. If that's the case, go ahead and come into the replay. Now, what we've had a request on is to have some sort of like auto select all these people up to, like, say a certain point. So if you wanted to auto select, people that watched up to 50%, and then send out. The other thing is, like, a lot of requests came through of auto tweeting. Now, this is where we have to make sure that we're on the right side of Twitter to do something like that. That's why I'm very cautious about doing that, because that gets a little too spammy, a little too automated. Obviously, these people, they came to your broadcast, so they are interested in hearing from you. But at this point, you could go through each and every one of them and communicate with them, right? To try to get them, say, to watch the replay, watch the, or say even go to a free gift that you may have. So the other thing is you could look at the replay viewers too. So here are the replay viewers, descending to ascending. And these people would also be someone that, replay, the replay. And because of that fact, now some might be also the people that watched the live, that didn't watch the live event as well. You could send over to them, your as I said, another replay link, or because they did come to the replay but didn't stick around, maybe you want to send them to wherever, whatever your call to action was in the broadcast. Maybe it was to get a free gift by going to, CaseyZeman.com or whatever you do. Okay, that could be how you look at that. Another thing that you could do is, look at your videos. So let me see if I can go in. Let me go back to the broadcast. Let's go into this one. I just want to see if this video will start up. I'm just going to give it some time to start up. But part of what I was thinking is you could go in and look to see when most people, okay, left at, okay? So from descending, so ascending to descending, wait. Join left at, actually, no. Okay, watch time, yeah. So this will show, when they come in and when they leave, but let's go with that, okay. Okay, but we give you the average time, which is 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, you're gonna have to give this video time to like download. Because it's, this one is a longer video, and that's some of the things we're doing right now. We're working on trying to make this even better, the video hosting that we're doing. But 4 minutes and 40 seconds, that's how long the average time is of the video. You could go in and potentially scroll over to 4 minutes and 40 seconds and determine what was going on at that time, right? So here's what's interesting. What I just realized from doing that, it's when I introduced myself did I have more fallout. People started leaving when I introduced myself, because here's the thing, the people that were sticking around were the people that have come to my broadcast before, whereas the people that were the people that were leaving were people. So let me start over. The people that started to leave were the people that already knew me, because now I'm going through and introducing myself. They already know you. Thank you for sharing, that you were at Amazing. I just got a lot of good content and data. I learned some stuff about what you were doing today. I'm taking off, right? Chances are that the people that stuck around and left at the average length of time are the people that already are engaged with me and know me, because once I started introducing myself, that's when they fell out, but the people who don't know me stayed in, right? Because they're brand new. So when you see people fall out of your broadcasts, let's say after you introduce yourself, just realize that it's possible that the people that are leaving are the people that are most engaged already. They already know who you are. You gave them stuff already. And the people that are sticking around are people that don't know you yet. So maybe that you are, teaching them who you are. So that's something that, you kind of, once you start looking at the data and seeing it, that's what you kind of start understanding, that's maybe what that is. Yeah, and the average time, you can see here that the average time for the replay is much longer. People have stuck around till 11:16 because you can't stop and fast forward with your Periscope video. You can only play the entire thing all the way through for the replay. So that's probably why we see more people on the replay than not. Okay, let me just see how we're doing, guys. Are you guys with me still? I see we still have a few people still in the room, so that's not quite a few actually still going in the room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna let me check in to my to see if you guys have any questions on anything. Hold on one second, and let me go into here. 1 minute. People have commented. I'm going to go from, and I see a lot of you guys commented more than once. So I'm going to go from the most recent comments back. Sarah said, why do some of my percentage time watch say 782% and 454%? That's a great question, Sarah. This is why. The reason is because some people are watching not just your live event, but the replay and watching it more than, if you want to look at the data, people are essentially watching your event, that 782%, 7+ times, okay? Or 454%, 4+ times they're watching that. I don't see anything different from my full scope dashboard. Is this a demo of something new, or the demo from people who cannot access their matrix? This is just us showing another demo. Once we do another update, I'll tell you guys what it is, but I'll probably often send it in an email, say, hey, go to your dashboard. These are thank you so much for the question. I appreciate it. I hope that helps that with that answer. Oh, it's okay. So Joy was saying it's DM in front of the message. Okay, not just a D, but it's a DM. Thank you, Joy. You wrote that a bit ago. Thank you. So let's see. Jody said this quite a bit ago too. Okay, aren't Periscopes only available for replay for 24 hours? Are you telling me that you are securing those for longer through FullScope? Jody, that's exactly what we're doing. Yes, we host your videos. So your videos stick around, you can download them and keep them after the 24 hours. We'll host your videos for you, then you can take them and upload them into YouTube. You can do whatever you want with them. We are going to be adding a couple features where you can put them straight into YouTube if you wanted to from our dashboard. That's going to be coming at some point. We have some things that are in priority position before that, but that's a goal that we have. So Afton is saying, is Watch Live only including app viewers? Watch Live only includes, yes. Watch Live is app viewers. So there's web, live viewers is app viewers, and then replay viewers is both, both live and on the web. Okay, great question. Okay, let me see what else we have. Okay, so Diane is asking, what does engagement mean? This makes sense, and this is what you said before. Can you search? And you also said, can you search comments for keywords? You had a lot of good. So first off, what does engagement mean? So at this point, we are calculating engagement. We're tweaking it, but we're calculating how long someone stays on a broadcast, that they ask. And then the hearts that they send. That's kind of how we're looking at it. That's pretty much it. It's those three elements: how long they stay, what comments they ask, and the hearts. Now we're also rolling in, of course, the shares as well, and that's going to actually be right in front, I think, of comments. So it's going to be length of time stayed. I think this is how it's going to be: either length of time stayed or comments as the first thing that we rank. Okay, this is kind of an engagement rank. Let's say comments, length of time stayed, shares, and then hearts. Or shares might go right after comments, because sometimes if the broadcast is full, people will only share. So I think we'll do comments, shares, length of time, and then hearts is the plan. Can you search comments for keywords? No, we don't have that capability yet, but we will do something like that. That's a really good idea. So you can kind of track what questions were asked by just doing a search. Okay, so it would be great to edit the parts out of that have highest engagement into mini clips to tweet. That would be awesome. That would be an amazing thing if we could kind of auto do that, to where we say, this was the, this is where the drop off was, and before that, this is the height at which your broadcast was most popular. If we can give you that data, was it AV? Was that your name? I can't remember. But if that's the case, let's put that in the document where we say, we look at the most engaged, your highest engagement point on the broadcast, and take maybe a clip of 30 seconds around that and say, hey, would you like to tweet this out or something like that? But someone can maybe scroll forward and scroll back to kind of grab it totally. Now that's something we'd have to definitely work on. That's a great idea, future tool or future a future feature. Once we start getting bigger, we can maybe do that. But as I said, we're bootstrapping. So we don't have a huge team. If we if we started getting some strategic venture capital partners, yada yada yada, whatever, we might be able to build that out, because then I can allocate a team to that. I probably will still try to do that, but it will be at the pace that we can go at the moment. Okay, and yes, I am getting your questions. Okay, let me just keep going through this. Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second. How many foot fetish people on Periscope? That is the weirdest question that I've ever gotten. Okay, I see okay, is there actually a chat? I submit questions. Okay, right. So okay, new questions that are here. So if we're already using Catch, we can stop, or will both work? Yes, both will work. Both Catch and Full Scope will work. You can still use both if you want. It's up to you what you want to do, but we are saving your videos for you. Catch will, of course, allow you to embed them, which we will probably do too, but at this point, you essentially download them with us. Okay. Let me see what else we have. Casey, I refreshed and still getting the same blank screen. Are you live now? Yes, Sandra, we are live now. Oh, yeah, sorry. That was a question earlier. Oh, okay. Yes, Avi, awesome. Can you see this? Yes, I saw your question. Thank you so much. Yes, perfect. Yeah, oh God. Okay, so this is a great question, and I totally blanked on this, people. So have you been wanting to run contests? You can actually do that with Full Scope, okay? You can look at your most engaged people and actually, go say, hey guys, we're running a heart contest, or an engagement, full engagement contest, or a comment contest, whatever you want to do, and go back and filter those people out, by by the comments that they say. So like, for instance, if I go in here and I want to go with, hearts, which, we're working on this right now, guys, to make sure we get the better or the best heart views, heart information we can. You can grab your top hearters this way. Now, what I tend to do is go with my overall engagement, because it's going to be more accurate. That's why I do the overall engagement score. I'd rather do that because it's going to be more accurate based on everything that's done. So then now I can go through and say, okay, Emil was my most engaged on this one. Leanne, Michael, David Walsh, Jennifer as well, Michelle Eaton, Heather. Okay, that's how we do it. And it doesn't matter, by the way, that you leave comments, because here's how it works. So you can see that these people that were there for longer are getting more action, even if they don't have hearts. So we don't necessarily calculate the hearts over the comments and the length of time. So here's how it works. The length of time is kind of the most important at this point. We can tweak that and make it as a secondary thing. We can maybe make the comments first in line, followed by time watched. But that's how this is kind of set up, where if someone's watching 100%, they're getting the most love, even if they don't necessarily comment or heart. Now, Heather, you're one of my top people, so you of course would be way up here. But like that, this kind of gives you kind of a look-see as to who your most engaged people are. So if someone watches only 60%, okay, Diane is in the room. I have to go. Okay, Robert, I'll see you later. Robert's take it off, guys, just so everyone knows. Thanks, and Robert is just awesome. You are awesome. Thank you so much for coming in and just helping out with everything. He's a rock star, and he's going to announce something big tomorrow that has helped, that he's gotten from live streaming, which obviously is pretty powerful. So yes, that was an awesome question that you asked, Joy, and so great. Thank you so much for asking a great question. And Maxim is saying thanks for this. Of course, thank you. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. I think that's it for now, guys. What do you think? Is that cool? Was this a good overview? I hope it was a good overview. And as I said, if you guys want to get access to this, you can go to fullscope.tv, or you can go directly to the app, which is http://app.fullscope.tv. Okay. I'm going to share me now, but you guys it's probably a little hard to see me because it's all crazy and dark and stuff. But thank you all so much for coming. I really just appreciate you. I hope this helped for those who have not started using Fullscope, but then also for those who have used Fullscope, I hope that helps you too. So I can't wait to see you in our Facebook group. I can't wait to see you inside the app. I can't wait to see you on more Blabs or more Periscopes. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, on Periscope at Casey Zeman, on Blab as well. You can find me by just typing in Casey Zeman. And you can go to fullscope.tv and sign up for Fullscope because it's free and it's available to you right now if you're doing Periscopes. Okay, again, thank you so much. If there are any questions after I leave, I'll go back and look at the comments and questions and maybe send some final replies back, okay? Thank you, guys. Virtual high five to you. I really appreciate you. Love you guys. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Thanks again. And I'll post this, by the way, this broadcast inside the Facebook group so you guys can see it. And maybe the Blab as well. Oops, I forgot to stop the recording on the Blab. I wonder if I just lost all that data. I probably did. I forgot to stop the replay. I forgot to stop the recording. My bad. That's my bad. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.